Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned in to This Week in Tech podcast. I'm your host, Nick Hackworth, and today's topic runs along the lines of cryptocurrency and how it could possibly solve the problems we encounter with traditional exchanges and money. Everyone has had the concern of losing their private information to distrusted banks and governments, so we figured out a way to eliminate the third-party transaction. In the early 2000s, a group of computer programmers created the first blockchain system that would later serve as the backbone of the entire crypto market. Its name? Bitcoin. When people hear this term, their mind roams all over the place, and most of the time, it is generally used as a digital currency that is utilized to buy, sell, and exchange directly between other users without a middleman. As with many other coins being released to the public, there is a wide variety of currencies and blockchains to choose from. So what kinds of problems does crypto solve, and how can we keep our information safe? To figure out how to solve these issues, we need to understand the history of online currencies. According to US News and their article on the history of Bitcoin, Wayne Duggan says, in April of 2011, the price of Bitcoin crossed the $1 threshold for the first time. Bitcoin broke out to all-new-time highs of more than $20,000 in December of 2020 and eventually made it as high as $68,990 in November of 2021, end quote. Over the past 10 years, this coin has skyrocketed in price and is one of the fastest-growing currencies we have seen. If everyone is using it, there must be some upside, right? Well, some of the common issues we face with banking is that most people don't know how they work. They are just something that we have to have. From identity theft to overdrawn accounts, banks can put us in financial debt if we aren't too careful with our spending. According to Unbanked, an online journal that covers all things financial related, in quote, in 2018, 14.4 million U.S. consumers were victimized by identity fraud, end quote. Cryptocurrencies can prevent this to some extent. Because of its anonymous idea, nobody will ever know the name or financial account numbers being used in transactions since they are not linked. This can eliminate the worry of CC numbers and bank accounts being used for malicious intent. Thus, if we moved all our money to crypto assets, this could also lead to the demolition of credit card companies. According to the article, credit card companies have a strong hold on the world economy, thus making it too easy for us to borrow money. When it comes time to pay that money, interest rates and other factors all tally up to leave us feeling hopeless. Crypto is the best form of exchange that doesn't involve credit, interest rates, and third parties. Essentially, governments, banks, and those around you don't have to know or don't know about your financial standings. With this, people can freely trade and exchange this coin for goods and services without the fear of losing their earnings. While these are only some of the issues being solved now, what does the crypto path entail for us in the future? Well, according to the Umbrella Connect, Cat Mules says, in quote, by 2023, research suggests it's not unrealistic to predict we could be living in a fully cashless society, but fully digitized transactions are difficult for most of us to grasp. What? No money? A fully cashless society? That sounds crazy. With such little time coming up, this probably isn't likely, but with things moving so fast, it may be possible within the next couple of years. And if this is the case, we would have to start thinking of what a modernized payment system might look like. In order for everyone to use it, the interface and user compatibility must be on a low level to draw attention easily. How will we deal with pushbacks from businesses, financial regulators, and governments who don't see it as fitting? What would commercial banking look like? These are a few questions that have been discussed and argued over since the start of online currencies 30 years ago. So we have been using banks and credit cards for so long that we are accustomed to the easy way of transactions when we could learn a new implementation that benefits society far more than original traditions. If we start early, we could have a head start on the competition and be better set off for all the opportunities these different currencies provide. If anyone you know isn't invested in crypto, please tell me why in the comments and what your favorite form of currency is. It's been real. I'm your host, Nick Hackworth, and tune in next week to see what's going on in the tech world.